Alright, hello, and this is the number 41 of my accountability to myself, and I still didn't come up with an idea how to start those videos. Like, in the beginning, I mentioned that it's the number 41, but anyway, so today was one more day of my life. In the morning, I managed to wake up some earlier. It was 6:50, and I don't want to anymore use such words as I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and so on, because today I spent 3 hours of self-reflection and plus, I guess, 2 hours of watching some content when the person is telling more about all those things, how our brain works in terms of psychology, I guess. And one of the things that is really true, like it really works in this way. Every time when we say, I'm tired, I don't have time, subconsciously, by the way, I noticed I cannot breathe with my nose, that's why sometimes I need to take breaks to breathe, because I cannot breathe and talk at the same time. So it's a thing every time when we pronounce it, we're exhausted, we're tired after something, or we're just don't have time. Subconsciously our brains start perceive it, and it's a great excuse to believe that you are tired, and you won't have energy just by default because your brain is convinced that you are tired. So the next time, not even the next time, this time, I would say I'm tired, because I don't really feel that I have a lot of energy, but I know the reason for that. I know that it's because I woke up at 6:50 and I needed to fall asleep some earlier, because 6 days in a row, I've been sleeping 7 hours and 50 minutes, and which is a lot, but for my organism it's not enough. I always need at least 8 hours, and in my case it accumulates, and as a result I don't really have a lot of energy during the day. So what I was talking about, I didn't really have energy today. I felt that my eyes are gonna close and stuff like that, but I shouldn't really say that I'm tired, because I better say I didn't sleep well enough to, I didn't just sleep well enough, and that's all. Because subconsciously, when we have a reason to convince our brain that something happened, it's an excuse to pity ourselves, and it's another important reason that we are tend to pity ourselves, and it's not really good, because we don't allow to try hard, because we always think that we need some rest. Like, if you are tired, what do you need rest? If you need rest, what are you doing? You are definitely not studying, not working, not improving yourself. You're just going to waste some time, probably consume some garbage, and that's kind of horrible. I don't know. Honestly, I have lots of thoughts about this, and especially about things that create your identity, because recently I mentioned that it's very important. What are you doing? It's like your future doesn't depend on your goals, your motivation, your ambitious. It depends on what person you are, because if you as a person subconsciously, and not even subconsciously, like you normally prefer to watch some garbage, to watch TikTok and so on, you just feed your brain with all this information and with all of those habits. You cannot just become that person who will be able to achieve your dream life or your goals, because that's impossible. I need to breathe sometimes. Because the only reason, it's also one quote that I heard today watching a video, like the only reason why you today don't actually live the life you want to live is because you is being you. It sounds weird, and probably I said it in a weird way, but the biggest issue is that you are being you. Because nowadays, your version, your today's version is a result of all of your decisions, and it's a result of the identity who you are. And if this identity still didn't lead you to some position when you want to actually be, so you need to change your identity. You need to change some habits, to change some things you are doing every day. And honestly, I'm talking about this pretty vaguely, but it's a huge topic to reveal. I would really like to talk about this more and to comprehend it better, because today I only got all of those thoughts, I only got all of those ideas, and I didn't even process them good enough on my own to talk about them. So yeah, I didn't say, by the way, what happened during the day. I just started to talk about my thoughts. So nothing special. I woke up 6:50. I had a letter and I needed to solve one question with one contract. So I spent about 120 to solve that question. After that, I was able to start my day studying French. I was studying French for 1 hour, and because of that letter in the morning, it took some more time. As a result, I came in the gym some later, and I returned home later, and then I was cleaning my room, and I was having breakfast, and after that, I had 3 hours of self-reflection. It was a very important point. It was a very important moment that I really need during the day, because from time to time, I have such a huge letters, articles that I write in my notes. What do I feel? How do I see my future? And so on. And over the past year, I had 3 times such reflections. It was third one today. The first one was a year ago, second one was 5 months ago, and third one was today. And it was really important to understand, how do I see myself in 2 years? Who am I today? What do I have today? What aims and how do I see myself in 2 years, in 5, in 10, in 20 years? It took 3 hours to actually write everything down. And it's a huge letter. I swear, I'm not gonna tell anything about this, because it's something that's related genuinely only to me, and I don't really want to talk about this. And it's such a weird thing, honestly, because it took 3 hours and I still haven't done everything I needed. Tomorrow I have to continue with some things. And at the same time, I didn't train my speech today, and it's something that I'm supposed to train, because it's important. I was even reading a book, and in the book today I also read that it's something very important to be able to provide your opinion in a proper way, in a how it's called, digestible? I'm not sure. Never mind. So you must be able to explain your thoughts, your opinion clearly, not only in terms of professional lexicon, like expressing your opinion using professional lexicon, but also using just simple vocabulary. And it's something that people normally are unable to do. And it's something that must be trained, and it's something that I want to train, but I haven't done it today. But I was studying French for 1 hour more after self-reflection. Then I was studying English for 1 hour more, and I was reading a book for 30 minutes. And by and large, I have 3 hours and 30 minutes of studying per day, plus 3 hours of self-reflection, and about 2 hours of watching some content. And I realized watching such content, I need to take notes, because literally this is content that I need to study, not just watch, that I need to process, I need to analyze, and I need to implement something in my life, because I see this as a direct way to changes, to creating that one identity that will be able to achieve those incredible goals that I have. Yeah, and basically that's probably everything I tried to say about some things, but I said about them pretty vaguely, and yeah, probably I won't like it. If I'm gonna reword this video, I won't like it the way I was trying to explain, because I wasn't prepared to talk about this. I didn't even think about this. Like, I just heard these ideas today, but I completely agree with them, because I genuinely believe that we're responsible for each of our choice. Most of our choices we are doing subconsciously. Subconscious choices we are doing due to identity that we have today. And this identity led us to the life that we are living today. Now, like, in 20 seconds, I said it better than in 12 minutes before during this video. Alright, anyway, like, the idea is that achieving aims that we've never achieved requires some changes in our behavior, in our habits that we have never had. Yeah, I know it's an interesting idea, and honestly, even though I was studying only for 30 hours, 3 hours 30 minutes, it was today much bigger contribution in myself than normal, because I can study languages regardless of what's going on, but I really rarely have this opportunity genuinely to sit and to think, to have some ideas that I can write down. So I just need to work some more. I need to work some more with my notes. That's the first one. I need to become articulate. I need to train my speech. And that's basically everything. It's not like everything in general, but it's everything that I need to record these videos and to explain my thoughts in a proper way. Alright, that's all for today, I guess. And yeah, I guess I said everything that I wanted. Everything is messed up in my mind, but it's so cool. It's so cool because I will have what to think about tomorrow. I will try to write something down and to prepare to be able to talk about this better. Alright, that's basically everything for today. And without being said, see you